Every single day, it get worse and get worse. I got a video I want to show you all before I get started. Do you guys mind if I show you a video of the transplant workers that saw Nolan's body? Okay, do y'all mind if I show you that video before I get into my commentary? Please press 4 if I have y'all permission. Please press 4. All right. So I got this information from Service Sam. I want you guys to check this out. I want you guys have to see this. You got to hear what they're saying.
Sam here, and I have a awful video that you guys have to see in regards to Nolan Xavier Wells, and just a trigger warning. It's traumatizing what they're saying they saw when his body was transported to DC. Check it out.
All right, so we want to talk about Nolan Wells today. So today, we actually know someone that works transporting bodies, human remains, and things like that. So today I got a call from that person, and they were just talking about the body that they came across. This was Nolan Wells. So before knowing all that, he said that the body was mistreated. Yeah. It looked abused. It looked like he was tortured.
Oh my God. And it was a group of them. It was all his white friends. Press 5 if you believe it was all his white friends. He was tortured. You know he's a black man, and you know how white boys already know a white man versus a black man. A white man cannot compete with a black man on strength. God made us so much more powerful and stronger. And that's not me lying. Just look it up. So they knew they had to get a group of them to take Nolan down. This happened on July the 4th. And remember what happened on the White House on July the 4th. 250 white supremacists marched on their line. And you know the white supremacists, they are there to get the white young boys. They want white young boys' mindset to be like theirs, okay? And these are young white boys that have done this. You already know they're raising them up to be just like them. And we're talking about we in Mississippi. That is the birthplace of the white supremacy. And this happened on July the 4th. This was a sacrifice. This was a ritual. In order to sacrifice something to get more power, and white supremacy, it is a religion. Okay? You have to sacrifice somebody you care about. The sacrifice don't matter if it's a stranger. This was all planned. Press 2 if you agree this was all planned and premeditated. Let's go.
Looked as if he was burnt, maybe.
Where?
Face, body, said he was burnt.
And not only that, his body was mistreated when they transported him.
So as they were transporting him, he was actually face down. So everyone knows when you're transporting the body, only a couple of people work that job. They all know you don't transport the body face down. It's kind of very disrespectful. So you always have them face up. Well, specifically his body whatever reason was face down.
The reason this is a sacrifice. So the white people know what that means. That means when the body is face down, this is a sacrifice lamb. That's why. And they burnt the face up. Trust me. This ain't the only one. It's going to be more. And they're going to get away with it. And they're going to try to say he did this, he drowned or suicided like the sheriff. What the sheriff of Mississippi say? No foul play. Okay? And I tell you one thing, when the White House and the white supremacy get their way, they're going to control social media and all the networks. And if you go against what the sheriff says, if you go against what the president says, they're going to label you as a terrorist, as anti-American, and you're not going to have a voice. So in the future, they're going to be able to get away with this, and you won't be able to have a voice on social media, okay? This is the only time that we can really use our voice to power and to fight back. And my God, we all need to be hands on deck. We all need to be speaking in the comment section. We all need to be sharing, because this is our only time that we can, because they are gutting every program, every system. Trump is gutting it, doing what he want to do. This is all pre-planned.
And Me personally, I took that as disrespect.
Yeah.
Heart goes out to the family.
Yes, definitely.
Because all we know is what they put out
on the internet.
But today, we actually found out a lot about his autopsy without even reading the autopsy.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
I'm so sorry that family have to go through this. Really just
I want to give our condolences to the family. You know, as a mom or moms,
grandmothers,
dads.
And I'm glad these Black women are speaking out. I seen a comment say, ladies, don't risk your job. F your job. Because it's going to be you next. If it's going to be you next, I don't know about y'all. But if I was Nolan Wales and they did that to me or they did that to my son, fuck my job. Okay? Because this shit not right and they plan on doing it all of us that get out of line. I don't care about no job. Life is more important than a job.
Family, period. You know, just we give the most prayers to you, and we stand behind you because we know right what really happened.
Right. So,
and at the end of the day, whatever lies those families have covered up, or whatever lies they're trying to cover, we're sorry, and we're here for you, and we just want you to know that what was seen today was
unacceptable. It's unacceptable, and that's why we want to inform. So what's going on during the transport, like that?
Something you can be quiet on
at all
when you've seen something so heartbreaking as a child, you know, go through something.
And this is why they want to get Black women and Black people out of certain work environments so it can be all white. Because you know, if these ladies was white, they would be quiet about it. They'll shut their mouths because white supremacy says we got your back. Okay, we are for the benefit of the white people. So you're not going to go against the grain. You're not going to go against your own benefit. Okay? When I'm telling you, press 1 if you know what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Traumatic. Yes.
It hurts to know that was done to him in the ways that we can't even express.
Right.
And as a person, you should have some type of humanity.
Right.
And I felt like those people who was transporting him did not have humanity in no way, shape, or form. Because if I can feel the way I feel about the situation, just listening to what happened.
And I see you in the comments, 8243, F you disrespectfully, because the government and these officials and the FBI, they all damn corrupt. Trump got his own people. They got the FBI, Cash Patel, coming in to cover shit up. Do y'all trust the government? Do y'all trust the FBI, Cash Patel? Press 2 if you don't trust them. You know they ain't gonna tell the truth. They ain't never told the truth. Over 400 years, they ain't never tell the truth. They trying to bury the truth. Okay? Don't get me started.
You also can listen to what happened to this child.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that is a child that you did that to.
Right.
So this child needs justice.
That's what they like to do. They like to sacrifice the children. Okay? That's part of their ritual. When the white supremacy, did they care about how young the Black person was when they enslaved them? Did they care how young the Black girl or Black boy was when they essayed them? Did they care about how young they were when they put them on a cross and burnt them? Come on now. Putting on a cross and burnt, and Nolan Wales is burnt on July the 4th, the same day the white supremacy 250 made a public appearance in front of the White House with masks on, with Confederate flags, and Mississippi is home of Confederate flags. And we're talking about these boys. They got judges in high positions. They got FBI agents. One of the boys on that boat, his father is an FBI agent. Okay? Come on now. Woo, honey. Now, can I do my commentary? Y'all, when I tell you what I just sat here and watched, what I just sat here and listened to, I need y'all to understand something before we even get into this, before I even have to say his name. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is not me reaching. This is a transport worker, a person whose job is to move dead people, dead bodies. This is what they saw with their own eyes. Do you hear what I'm saying? Their own eyes. And they called somebody, and that somebody put it out there. And now we are going to sit here and we're going to absorb what they did to this child, Nolan Wells. Nolan Xavier Wells, 17 years old, went on a boat with 3 white boys in Mississippi, and now we're finding out, and I say finding out like it's new information, but deep down inside, deep down, we already knew. We already knew. Press 3 if you already knew, because they wouldn't let his mama see him. They wouldn't let his daddy see him. They identified that baby by dental records. Dental records. You don't identify nobody by the teeth unless their face is gone, unless somebody did something to that face that make it so his own mama couldn't look at him and say, "That's my son." She couldn't say that. She couldn't say that. And now we got a transport worker, somebody who moves bodies for a living, somebody who's seen it all, calling people, crying, saying that baby was burned, saying he was tortured, saying his body was mistreated. And not just that. Not just that. They put him face down, like he was a piece of meat, like he was trash. They was talking or taken to the damn dump. Now, when you transport a dead body, you put them on their back, face up. That's the protocol. That's the respect. That's the bare minimum of human decency you give somebody who ain't here no more to speak for themselves. But they put Nolan Wells face down. And you know why? Because they was trying to hide what they did to his face. Because if he was face up and somebody walked past that van, somebody had a camera, and somebody saw what his face looked like, the game would have been up right then. The cover up would have fell apart before it even started. So they put him face down. Like if they couldn't see the damage. Maybe the damage wasn't real, but it happened. It happened, y'all. And I gotta sit here and act like I got all the answers. But what I do know, the sheriff said, no foul play. No foul play. Before the family even asked for a private autopsy, before the body even got to DC, before anybody outside that town knew what was what, the sheriff looked at a 17-year-old black boy dead after a boat ride with 3 white boys and said, this is normal. This is fine. No foul play here, y'all. Nothing to see here, folks. And then the family said, we want our own autopsy. And then them 3 boys, 3 white boys, they went and they got lawyers. And then the judge, mama, started running her mouth, intimidating the witnesses, telling people to delete their social media. And then we find out the body was burned, tortured, transported face down like a sack of potatoes. You telling me that's a coincidence? Do y'all believe that's a coincidence? Press 8 if you with me that was not a coincidence. Press 8 if you feel like it was not a coincidence, because it was not. You telling me that just a series of unfortunate events, that's just what happened here? You telling me that if 3 black boys was on a boat with a white boy and the white boy ended up dead and his face was burnt off and his body was tortured and the sheriff said no foul play, you telling me them 3 black boys would be at home right now posting on TikTok, living their best life? Hell no. Hell no. They would have been under the jail. They would have been charged before the body got cold. They would have had no bond, no lawyers, no mama judge running in their interference. They would have been gone. But these white boys got protection. They got a system that was built to protect them. But here's what I really think. Here's what I really, really think. I think it was a group of white boys. I think it was his so-called friends that did this. Because when you think about it, he was already in a fight. Somebody was arguing about him before he died. We know that. And he's an athletic black man. He's a strong black man. And white boys know they cannot take on a black man one-on-one. Am I right? Am I right? Press 7 if white boys know that. Come on now. They already know. A white boy don't even hold a chance to a black man because that's just how God made us. God made us stronger. We are stronger physically. So they knew they had to have a group with him. They knew they needed numbers to take him down, to hold him down. This was planned. This was premeditated. They didn't just wake up that day and decide to unalive him. They planned this shit. They knew they couldn't get it. Listen, they knew they couldn't get him alone. They couldn't get him one-on-one. So, hell, they brought a whole crew. And let's not forget, this happened on what day? July the 4th, the American Day. The same day, 250 white supremacists rose up and showed their presence at the White House. That is making a statement right there, baby. And that's how they do us, y'all. That's how they always done us. Because they know one-on-one, we win every fucking time, okay? Press 10 if you know we win every fucking time, one-on-one. If it's fair, we gonna win every time, okay? They gotta cheat. But they don't fight fair. They never fought fair. And what did they do to his face? Y'all, I would assume, and this is me assuming, but I'm going to tell you why I think this. I would assume they probably carved the N-word in his face. Yeah. That's why they had to burn it. That's why they had to destroy his face, because they couldn't let nobody see what they wrote on him. They couldn't let his mama see that. They couldn't let the world see that. So they burnt it. They burnt his face off, made it unrecognizable, that the only way to know it was him was by his teeth, dental records. His own mama couldn't even identify him. His own daddy couldn't look at him and say, that's my boy. Because they carved something into him. They marked him. That's part of the ritual. And then they set him on fire to hide the damn evidence. And they put him face down in that van so nobody could see it during transport. That's not an accident. That's not no foul play. That's a cover-up. That's evil. And it happened on July the 4th. July the 4th. Now, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but we know what happened on July the 4th at the White House. 250 white supremacists walked in line with their face covered up, 250 of them, right there in D.C., right there where the president lives. And this is Mississippi. Mississippi is pretty much the centerpiece of white supremacy. This is where it lives. This is where it breathes. This is where it eats dinner and sleeps at night. So you telling me it's just a coincidence that a strong, athletic black man, a black child, ends up dead, burned, tortured, face destroyed on July the 4th in Mississippi? Baby, that ain't no damn coincidence. That's a ritual. And here's what they believe. And y'all can look this up. This is real. The best sacrifice is when you sacrifice a friend, when you sacrifice somebody you care about. Sacrificing a person that you don't know, that ain't no damn sacrifice. That's just damn murder. But when you sacrifice your own, a person you care about, that's a real sacrifice. And they do these sacrifices to get power, to get voted in, to get a favor from their God. Because white supremacy is a religion. It is a belief. And this is how they do their rituals. Y'all don't remember all the bodies on the cross burning on the crosses? Come on now. They sacrificed Nolan Wales. They lured him out there with a friendship. They made him feel safe, and then they did what they do. That's not a theory. That's not a guess. That's what happened. And the system is in on it too. The judge mama is out here intimidating witnesses, telling people to delete their social media, acting like she's running the whole damn town. And she probably is. The sheriff looked at a dead black child and said, no foul play, like he was just reading a damn grocery list. The medical examiner, whatever they got that body from, they knew what that body looked like. And they signed off on it, talking about drowning, accident, or whatever lie they're trying to sell. But the feds is in Mississippi now. The feds had to come in because local law enforcement couldn't be trusted to do a fair investigation of a black child. And that tells you everything you need to know. When the federal government has to step in because the local police is too corrupt, too racist, too complicit to do their job. And you know exactly what kind of town you're dealing with. But I got to say something. I don't trust the FBI either. And I see y'all in the comments. I see y'all. I seen somebody say they should have an open casket. What y'all think about that? Press 5 if you think it should be an open casket. Press 8 if you feel like it should not be an open casket. They said, do what Mammy Till did. Let the whole world see. Do what Mammy Till did. Let the whole world see. And I felt that. I feel that. But I also need us to understand, Mammy Till was a warrior. Mammy Till was a giant, but Mammy Till also had to look at what they did to her damn baby. She had to witness that horror. And I don't know if Nolan's mama, I don't know if she's there yet, y'all. I don't know if she can be there yet, because we don't even know if she's seen him. They won't let her see him. They've been keeping that baby from his own parents like he evidence in a case they're trying to bury before it starts. His body is the evidence. And some of y'all talking about ritual, talking about sacrifice, talking about Horn Island equal devil has horns. That's deep. That's deep. Did y'all think about that? Horn Island, devil has horns. Horn Island, that sounds demonic to me. Horn, the devil horns, Horn Island. He died on Horn Island. They sacrificed him on Horn Island. They burned him up on Horn Island. That sounds demonic to me. Press 4 of Horn Island sound demonic as hell. Now that I think about it in hindsight, hell yeah. And I ain't going to tell y'all you wrong. I ain't going to tell you You're wrong because at this point, nothing surprised me. When you got a sheriff saying no foul play, while a child's body is buried face down in a transport van, when you got a judge mama running interference, when you got 3 boys with lawyers and deleted social media accounts, when you got a whole town acting like it's just another damn Tuesday, baby, that is demonic. That is evil. That is something straight out of the pits of hell. And if me calling it what it makes, honey, if this shit makes you feel uncomfortable, good. You should be uncomfortable. Honey, you should be screaming in your damn seat. You should be unable to sleep. You should be raging. Because if you ain't rageful right now, if you ain't ready to tear something down, then I don't know what the hell to tell you. I really don't. Nolan Xavier Wells. I need everybody to say his name. Hashtag his name in the comment section right now. Nolan Wells, Nolan Xavier Wells. Say his name. Nolan Wells. Justice for Nolan Wells. Justice for every black child who ever went somewhere with friends and didn't come back. Justice for every parent who had to identify their baby by dental records. Justice for everybody that was put face down when it should have been faced up. Justice for every lie they was told. Justice for every cover up. Justice for every no foul play that was ever spoken over a dead black body. And we ain't stopping. We ain't sleeping. And we ain't forgetting. And we ain't moving around. And if you in this live and you with me, if you ready to keep talking, keep sharing, keep raging until this baby get the justice he deserves, I need y'all to drop a heart. I need y'all to drop them blue hearts in the chat. I need y'all to drop some fire ass emojis. Drop a justice for Nolan. Let me see it. Let the world see it. Let me feel it. Let the world know that we are here. Let the world know we watching. Let the whole world know we waiting and we ain't going nowhere. Not until they all in handcuffs. Not until they all faces are facing charges. Not until that mama can look at her son's face one more time. Even if it's just a damn photograph, even if it's just in her damn memory, and know that the whole world saw what they did. And know that the whole world raged. And know that the whole world said no more. No more, no more. Nolan Wells, baby. Rest in power. Rest in the arms of the ancestors. Rest knowing that we got you. We got your name. We got your story. And we ain't letting go. Not now and not never. Y'all, I love y'all. I need y'all to take care of yourselves tonight. Because this one hurts. This one is different. But we gonna keep going. We gonna keep fighting. And we gonna keep on saying his name until justice comes. Until then, stay safe, stay angry, stay loud, and I'll see y'all on the next one.